It is one of the most disorienting experiences after leaving a toxic relationship, especially one marked by manipulation or emotional control. You ask yourself again and again, is this my instinct warning me, or is this just the fear they left behind? The line between intuition and anxiety gets blurred. You want to believe you can trust yourself, that your inner voice still knows the truth, but you keep feeling pulled in two directions. And sometimes, the very voice that once protected you starts sounding like the one that kept you stuck. And you begin to wonder if you have lost the ability to tell the difference altogether. Remember how sharp your instincts used to be. The gut feeling you had early on, when something did not sit right. The discomfort you felt when their words did not match their actions. The quiet alarm in your body that said, this does not feel safe. But over time, you were taught to ignore that signal. Every time you spoke up, they said you were imagining things. Every time you hesitated, they accused you of overreacting or being too emotional. Slowly, the voice inside you stopped feeling trustworthy. It became easier to doubt yourself than to disrupt the relationship. And once that seed of doubt was planted, it grew roots. Now even your clearest insights feel tangled in second-guessing. I am Zain, a relationship consultant and psychologist, and today on STR TV, we are going to explore the quiet war between your real instincts and the fears that were planted in you, and how to begin trusting the right voice again. Because the longer we live with internal conflict, the harder it becomes to feel safe in our own minds. But healing begins the moment we start listening with curiosity instead of judgment. Number 1. Real instincts are calm, not loud. When fear takes over, it often feels panicked, urgent, it says. Run now, or fix it before it is too late. It creates a sense of emotional emergency. But real instinct, it is quieter. It does not beg or scream. It just tells the truth. It says something is off here, in a way that feels grounded. It gives you a steady discomfort instead of a racing heartbeat. Real instinct tends to repeat itself gently over time. It nudges, it whispers, and it stays consistent. If the voice in your head is flooding you with worst-case scenarios, chances are it is fear speaking, not your intuition. And the more you listen to fear, the more disconnected you feel from the calm knowing that was always meant to guide you. Number 2, fear echoes their voice, not yours. One of the hardest parts of healing is realizing that the doubts in your head sometimes sound like the person who hurt you. The things you now tell yourself, you are too much. You always make things worse. No one else would put up with you, did not come from nowhere. They were learned, conditioned, repeated until they settled into your inner narrative. When fear speaks, it often uses their vocabulary. It mimics the tone and criticism you were exposed to. But your true instincts do not shame you. They guide you. They do not make you feel small or broken. They simply say, this does not align with who you are. Learning to hear that difference is what slowly brings you back to yourself. Number 3, instincts protect. Fear controls. Your intuition exists to keep you safe. It nudges you away from harm, even if you do not yet understand why. It helps you recognize misalignment, even when everything on the surface seems fine. Fear, on the other hand, tries to keep you small, tells you to stay quiet, avoid risks, and never trust anyone again. It wants control, not safety. It wants you to stay in the familiar even, if the familiar is painful. Learning to trust your instincts again means learning to feel the difference between guidance and restriction. It means asking, is this voice leading me towards something better, or just keeping me from being hurt again? Number 4, confusion is a signal in itself. If you find yourself looping over a decision, unable to land on what is real, that confusion is not random. It is often a sign that your instinct is being overridden by fear. Especially if you were in a relationship where gaslighting was common, your mind learned to question everything. You became used to defending your reality, second-guessing your memory, and silencing your emotions just to keep the peace. Now, even when your gut says this does not feel right, the fear voice kicks in. Maybe it is just me. That cycle of doubt keeps you stuck. But naming it is the first step toward interrupting it. Once you recognize that confusion as a symptom of emotional manipulation, not a reflection of your worth, you start reclaiming your clarity. Number 5, you can rebuild the signal. Trusting your instincts again takes time, but it is possible. You start small by listening to what your body tells you when you are around certain people. By paying attention to how your mood shifts after certain conversations, by noticing who makes you feel seen and who makes you shrink, and by asking yourself, does this voice empower me or diminish me? Is it rooted in self-protection or self-punishment? Over time, the true voice gets clearer. The fear voice gets quieter, and your inner compass starts working again. It does not happen all at once. But with each moment of clarity, with each choice rooted in truth, you begin to come home to yourself. Have you ever confused fear with instinct? Or noticed that your inner dialogue still sounds like someone who once hurt you? Share your experience in the comments. I'll always read them. And if this episode helped you name something you have been carrying, subscribe to STR TV. Because here we talk about the truths that reconnect you to yourself, even after someone tried to take that away. Next time we will talk about signs you're stuck in a narcissistic cycle.